All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Another quarantine drill, okay? So, trying to come up with ideas, things to keep us busy but help our golf swing get better if we can't go to the range. And I think you should try this one. Now, what I've got here is a 34-inch bat, which is probably about 32 ounces. So it's fairly heavy, and I want you to get something heavier than a golf club, but let's don't get crazy with it. Something with a little bit more weight to it than normal so you can feel the essence of this drill. And what I'm going to try to help you do with this drill is feel how weight can be moved around and how that weight can be quote unquote released, especially as we're speaking of golf swings, and how little effort it could take to release, but what effort it might take with the body to get the golf club or the weight into the best position possible so that release becomes automatic, okay? So that's our quest with this little exercise. So I'm going to scroll this back a little bit and show you. If I take this weight and start from here, swing it back, just, 3/4 backswing. And obviously I'm going to try to move this bat on some sort of semblance of a swing plane. So that looks pretty good, right? So now I'm going to just soften in my wrist and let the club or bat, just going to try to dangle down that swing plane, okay? So let's get that line out. We don't need that anymore. Because all I did was take it back to a certain point and really relax my wrist, and the golf or the bat will just fall down that angle. So here's the side view. Okay, that would be totally useless to try to hit a golf ball unless the golf ball was over here, right? But that is part of what happens in a good golf swing. It just doesn't happen here. So now let's go back and do the same thing, but just a little later. Let's go to bat parallel to the floor. Stop the body. Let the wrist soften up. And that weight is just, all I have to do is relax my wrist enough, then the weight just falls. So if I do that from here now, okay, again, fairly useless unless you like hitting, golf shots off your right ankle. Not standard, let's put it that way. Because the weight of the bat is going to pass my hands very quickly, obviously. And that's part of the point of this drill now, is to get you to feel something a little heavier so you can feel how you need to move. So now we go back to, that looks pretty good, right? So what I'm feeling, I'm obviously feeling the weight of this bat. I'm going, okay, at what point do I have to, how much feel of rotation do I need to get that picture there? Because I'm fighting that weight, trying to unhinge early, so to speak, right? So that's the feel, okay? Can't make it a lot more plain than that because part of this is you would have to be holding a bat, yourself. But you can kind of start with little swings, like just go to here, and basically I'm just trying to take all this part of me and rotate it around and let it move that heavy bat, okay? Because I know it's going to try to line up, it's going to try to release anyway, and that's again the point of this drill. Now, golf club's not near as heavy as this bat, but it's a weight on the end of a stick, and it's going to try to unhinge, right? It's going to try to line up. And that's one of the questions people ask, and I think they don't understand my answer. They say, when should I try to release the club? I'm like, you shouldn't be trying to release the club ever. I don't mean you shouldn't try to not release it, but if you're physically trying to release the golf club, then there's a little lack of understanding of what makes it release, and it's a weight. You've created angles in the backswing. That weight wants to go back down towards the floor, towards gravity. Your job is to rotate enough so that when that unhinge occurs, it happens in the right place. So that's kind of where you can start with this little drill. You can see nothing fancy is happening, just trying to rotate around. I'm just making, what I'm doing through here is just trying to increase the velocity of my turn to make that bat go higher up in the air through the finish. I'm not trying to actually lift it, and that's the fun part about this heavy bat. If you just try to lift it up, it's hard, but if you rotate rather aggressively, it will just kind of fly up around you with very little effort in your arms and wrists. And let's call this a little bonus I'm about to show you here. Okay, when people see golf pros through here, and I've been through this on other videos, but I'll just kind of throw it in. They see a golfer here, okay, and they go, look how he's rolling his hands over. Now some do, okay, there's been a few high-level players who do that, but I'm talking about elite golfers. In my opinion, most of them, you can always find examples of somebody who does something rather bizarre and has become great, but I'm talking about your stock, really good players. That's what happens post-impact, okay? That's kind of what happens in some phase of the backswing. That's what happens post-impact. So it's going to look, because the body's rotating, like I've crossed my arms over. But if you try to cross your arms over through impact now, you've got some problems to solve, because you can see that bat won't really travel in a straight line, okay? It gets rather wobbly no matter how you try to do it. And that's kind of part you'll hopefully feel with this bat, is you don't need to do anything funny with your arms or wrists. Just hold that weight and rotate around, and that'll give you something hopefully interesting and different to do. That again is just trying to get all of us, I think almost all of us, need to feel a little bit more how to move the body to make more of this impact release area more automatic, okay?